हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम टू मैथमेजेस्टिक। आज हम करेंगे क्लास 10th चैप्टर 3 पेयर ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशंस इन टू वेरिएबल एक्सरसाइज 3.1। इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ दिस एक्सरसाइज वी विल डू इन दिस वीडियो where we will learn about the graphical method of the solution of a pair of linear equation. So by the graphical representation, how we can find the solutions of the system of linear equations. In the previous video we discussed about what are linear equations, what are the system of solution of linear equations, and what are consistent and inconsistent solutions of the linear equation, and how we can represent two equations graphically. So if you have not seen that video first, so I will recommend that you should go to that video first. I'll put the link in the description box so that you can have the better understanding how we can represent two equations graphically or algebraically. So in this video, basically, we will learn about the graphical method for the solution of the pair of linear equation. With the help of graph of the linear equation, how we can find or define the solutions of that linear equation. So let's take two linear equations, the standard form graphical representation: a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Suppose a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 are the real numbers here. X and y are the variables here. a1, b1 non-zero, a2 and b2 are non-zero as per the definition of the linear equations. So in the previous video we discussed about the graph of these linear equations. So there are three possibilities when we draw the graph of two simultaneous linear equations. So first let me show you the three different possibilities when we represent two equations on the graph. So either they will intersect each other, और दे विल बी कोइंसिडेंट लाइंस. दैट मीन्स दोनों लाइंस एक के ऊपर एक ही सारे पॉइंट्स आएंगे. सो दे विल बी कोइंसिडेंट लाइंस. और दे मे बी पैरेलल लाइंस हैविंग नो पॉइंट कॉमन. So there may be three possibilities of two lines, that they may be intersecting lines, they may be coincident line, they may be parallel lines. So if the graph of both the equation, the straight lines, if they intersect at one point, so we will call the system of equation as a consistent one, and there will be unique solutions for that system of equations. So this will be the intersection point, will be the common solution of both the equations. Only one solution will be there, and we will call the system consistent. As consistent system of equation which have at least one solution, and inconsistent system have no solution. So when two lines are coincident, जब दोनों लाइन एक के ऊपर एक हैं, दोनों coincident lines हैं, तो that means every point on both the lines is common. So that means there are infinitely many solutions. We call this kind of system as dependent system of solution also, and the equations will be consistent equations because they are having infinite solutions. And if the lines are parallel, so that means because parallel lines never meet to each other, so they will not have any common point. So that means this system of equations has no solution, and we can call it inconsistent system of equations. So by the graph you can recognize, but in all the situation there is no need to draw the graph of the linear equation, because it is not always the practical way to do, and it is time consuming also. So how, just by looking at the equation, or by taking the simple steps, how we can find out whether the equation is consistent or inconsistent, or how many solutions of the equation exist. So there is the process. If the lines are intersecting lines, so these two lines will be intersecting if the coefficient first of x, and if the ratio of the coefficient of x is not equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y in both the equation. That means a1 divided by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. If they are not equal, so the lines will be intersecting lines, and intersecting lines means they will have exactly one solution, unique solution. Now the second one will be coincident lines. कोइंसिडेंट लाइंस कब होंगी? जब आपके all the coefficients, ratio of the coefficients a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, all of these ratios are equal, then the lines will be coincident lines, and in that case there will be infinitely many solutions. And if first two ratios are equal, a1 by a2, b1 by b2, they are equal, but that is not equal to the third ratio, c1 by c2. In this case, the lines will be parallel lines and they will have no solution. So there are three cases when the ratios of first and x and y are not equal. So intersecting lines hongi and one solution hoga. If all the ratios of all the coefficients and constants are equal, so there will be coincident lines and infinitely solutions will exist. And if first two ratios are equal but third one is not equal to them, so the lines will be parallel and there will be no solution. So now we will understand this thing with the help of some examples, and we will verify this also. We will represent them graphically as well as we will verify them by this method also, whether the method is fruitful or not. So let's do the first example. The example is first equation is x plus y equals to 3 and second one is 3x minus 2y equals to 4. Let's simplify these equations algebraically and graphically both. So now if we represent the graph, so first we have to make this table if x and y. So if from there you can represent them in terms of y, 3 minus x, and if you represent this in terms of y, so value of y will be 3x minus 4 by 2. We will shift this to y there. 3x minus 4 will be equal to 2y and 2 we will take in the denominator. So if in the first equation, if x is 0 we are taking, so y will be 3 minus 0, that means 3. And if we are taking x 1, so y will be 2. So simply we got this. Now in the second equation, if this is the graph of the first equation, let's draw the table of the second equation. If we take x as 1, so y will be 3 minus 4 minus 1 by 2, that means minus 0.5. And if we take as x2, so 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 4 will be 2, 2 divided by 2 will be 1. So we only two values will be sufficient. So from the first equation we got two pairs. From the second equation we got two pairs like this. So now we will represent them graphically. So the first equation is the points we will plot for the first equation. First point is 0, 3. So x0, let's give this point name as A, this point as B, this point as P, and this point as Q. A point is 0, 3. So x0, that means origin, and y3. So that means this is the point A, 0, 3. And the point B is 1, 2. That means x ordinate is 1, y ordinate is 2. So this will be the point B. So if we will join them, so we will get the first equation. That means the graph of the first equation. So we will join them by a straight line. So this is the graph of the first equation. You can write the equation here, x plus y equals to 3. Now we will plot the second equation's coordinates. First pair is 1 minus 0.5. When x 1, so y is minus half. So that will be here between this. So this is the point P. And x2, y1. x2, then y1 will be this point. So if we will join these 2 points, so we will get the straight line like this if we join them. So this line represents the second equation, 3x minus 2y equals to 4. So now you can see that the graph of these two linear equations is intersecting at one point. So if they are intersecting, that means they will have a unique solution, and this point will be the unique solution. What is the point? x2, y1. So this point is the solution of the system of linear equation. You can verify it if you will put x2 and y1 in both the equation. 2 plus 1, 3. Here also if you will verify x2, y1. So 3 2s are 6, minus 2 1s are 2. 6 minus 2 will be 4. That means दोनों equations का एक common solution हो गया 2, 1. That is the here 2, 1. This is the solution of given system of linear equation. दोनों इक्वेशंस का ये एक ही सॉल्यूशन है, यूनिक सॉल्यूशन. नाउ वी विल वेरीफाई बाय द शॉर्टकट विच वी डिफाइन अर्लियर दैट we will compare them. Here the coefficient of first equation, coefficient of x is a1, that is 1. Coefficient of y is called as b1, that is again 1. c1 is equal to 3. We are comparing them with the general form. And then coefficient in the second equation, coefficient of x is called a2, that is 3. Coefficient of y is called b2, that is minus 2. Sign we will take along with the equation. And c2 constant term is 4 there. So instead you should take them, we will shift them first in the left side. So these will be minus 3 and minus 4 actually. So because we have to shift all the terms in the left side to compare them with the general form. a1x plus a2y plus b1x b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. If we compare them with these two equations, we will find out these constants. So now we will verify. We have to take the ratios a1 by a2. a1 by a2 is 1 by 3. b1 by b2 is 1 by minus 2. And c1 by c2 is minus 3 by minus 4. That means you can take 3 by 4 also. So here you can see that first two ratios are not itself equal. a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, and hence in the first case we got that if first two ratios of x and y are not equal, so that means they will have a unique solutions and line will intersect here and they will have a unique solution. And here also we got the intersection point will be the solution. So here we got the unique solution also. So that means this method is verified. Similarly, in the example 2, we will take the second equation. Suppose the second equation is this. Second set of equation, 2x plus 4y equals to 10, 3x plus 6y equals to 12. Let's take this set of equations. So now, first equation is 2x plus 4y equals to 10. And the second equation is 3x plus 6y equals to 12. First we will simplify these equations. 2x plus 4y equals to 10. So that means if you will simplify this for y, so 10 minus 2x by 4. And if you will simplify this for y, you will get 12 minus 3x by 6. So now we will make the table for the first equation. This is x, this is y. So here if you will take as x 0, or you can take any of the value. Instead of 0 you can take any value. If you take x 0, so 10 by 4 will be 2.5. And if you take as x 3, if you will take as x 3, so 3 2 is 6, 10 minus 6 will be 4, 4 by 4 will be 1. That means you will get 1. So these two are the coordinates. Let's A coordinate is 0, 2.5 and B coordinate is 3, 1. Now similarly we will do the same with the second equation. Now in the second equation, if you will take as x 0, so if x is 0, so 3 into 0, 0, 12 by 6 will be 2. And if you take as x 2, so if x is 2, so 3 2 is 6. 12 minus 6 will be 6. 6 by 6 will be 1. So you got, suppose P point is 0, 2 and Q point is 2, 1. These points we get. Now we will represent them on the graph paper. So first is 0, 2.5. X 0 and Y 2.5. This is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now x-axis के minus coordinates. Now x0 and y2.5 is this point. x3, y1. x3, y1 will be this point. This is point B. We will join them by a straight line. That will be the graph of the first equation. So if you will join them by a straight line like this. This is our graph of the equation number 1. that is 2x plus 4y equals to 10. Now, to represent the second equation, we will plot the point P 0 2, x 0, y 2 will be this point, and x 2, y 1 will be the second point. So in this case, you will find out that these two equations, if you will join these 2 points, you will find the line like this. See, now you can see clearly that these 2 lines are parallel lines. So in the case of parallel line, you will not get any solution, because if they are not intersecting, so there will be no value that will satisfy the both. So that means this system is inconsistent system of the equation and have no solution. By the graph we got this point. Now we will verify it by the shortcut method also. Let's take the ratios now. A1 by A2. A1 is 2 and A2 is 3 here. So A1 by A2 will be 2 by 3. Now B1 by B2. B1 is 4, B2 is 6. So 4 by 6, that is again 2 by 3. And C1 by C2, that is minus 10 by minus 12, because we have to shift them to the left. All the values needs to be shifted on the left, because we are in the standard form, all the values are on the left side. So the ratio will be minus 5 by 6. Now you can see that first 2 ratios are equal, but the third one is not equal to them. That means this system of linear equation is inconsistent. Lines will be parallel and they will have no solution. If first 2 ratios are equal but they are not equal to the third ratio, so that means there will be no solution to the set of linear equations and lines will be parallel. So directly by direct method also you can find out if it is MCQ or some short question, or you can represent it graphically also. So now we will move to the question example number 3. So let's see the equation of the example number 3. See example 3. First equation is 3x minus y equals to 2, and the second one equation is 9x minus 3y equals to 6. So first we will convert them in terms of y. Value of y here will be 3x minus 2. And in the second equation, value of y will be 9x minus 6 by 3. We will shift 6 here, 3y on the other side, and 3 we will shift then in the denominator. So we will first make the table. If we take x0 in the first equation, so you will get y minus 2. And if you will take as x1 in this, so 3 minus 2, y value will be 1. So the points will be A 0 minus 2 and B as 1 and 1. In the second equation, if you will take as x0, so y will be minus 6 by 3, that means minus 2. And if you will take x as 1, so 9 minus 6, 3, 3 by 3 will be 1. So the points will be P 0 minus 2 and Q 1 1. Now we will plot these points on the graph paper. Let's take them 1 2 3, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, 1 2 3 4, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 and minus 4. Now if A 0 minus 2, this is point 0, minus 2 is here, coordinate of y minus 2 is here, so this is point A basically, and B 1 and 1, so xb1 yb1, this is coordinate of point B. So we can join them by a straight line like this. You will get, this is the equation 1. Now for the second equation, first point is x0 and y minus 2, that is same, so this is point P as well, A as well. And Q1 and 1, that means xb1 or yb1, you will find out that we got both the points similar. So both, this is B as well as Q. So that means if we will join them again, it will also be the same straight line. You may take the different values, so you will find some other points also. Let's take one more point here. Let x is 2. So if x2, 9 2s are 18, 18 minus 6 will be 12. So if x2, so 12 by 3 will be 4. So if x2, so y will be 4. So you will get this point. Suppose this point is R24. So this point will be R. So if you will join any two P, R, Q, R, any 2 points, if you are selecting out of these, so you will find the same straight line. All the points are lying on the same straight line. That means both the lines are coincident and there will be infinitely many solutions, because every point on this line will be a solution to these equations. Every point will satisfy with these two equations. So that means this system is consistent and having infinitely many solutions. Now we will find the second one method. We will find the ratios here. So a1 by a2 is here 3 by 9, that is 1 by 3. b1 by b2 will be minus 1 by minus 3, that is again 1 by 3. c1 by c2, we will shift both the values to the left, so minus 2 and minus 6. We will divide them, so we will get again 1 by 3 as the ratio. So you can see that ratio of all the three terms, a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2 are equal. All the ratios are equal. That means it signifies that lines are coincident lines. Both the graph are coincident and they will have infinite many solutions. So you can understand this. So in the short questions, you can use this method directly to find the number of solutions. Otherwise, you can go with the graphical method in the subjective questions. So in this video, we have learned how to find the solutions by the graphical method for the system of linear equation. In the next video, we will learn about some algebraic methods to solve these set of linear equations using basically two methods. We will learn elimination method, we will learn, and one more method we will learn, that is substitution method. So wait for that for the next video. If you like my videos are helpful for you, so please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you very much.